just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Randy Vasquez.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go now? Now it's the DH, Christian Yelich. On the ground right side, Bogarts fields it cleanly. Throws to first. One up, one down. Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers.
Number 10, Sal.
Left-hand batter waits. Pulls that one foul.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
And they'll do it again. One out, bases empty. Didn't connect on the curveball, struck him out. And now it's William Contreras. Good eye in that spot.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And another ball. 2 down, nobody on. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. No, he held back. That's ball 4. Willie Adames stands in.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now here's Jake Bauers. 2 outs. And that one fouled off.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
And that'll do it. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Padres baseball on the show, San Diego. And we're back. And towing the slab, Brandon Woodruff. What do we need to know here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
That's a laser base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front.
Now this one is in. Way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. A gigantic blast. And it ties it up. It's 2-2.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here's Machado. The 1-1. And another ball.
1 strike.
And that one is in for a strike. tied up here in the early going. Rips that one to right. That's down. One hops off the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. Well, he thought about two, but he's back to first safely.
Batting fifth.
Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. Inside, almost got him.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the righty deals. Pitches in the dirt, and the count's full.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead.
There goes the runner, and that's ball four. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. One down, and now Kyle Higashioka.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty. His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. Outside, and that is ball four.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Grounder might be two. To Adames, that's one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play. And all set for the start of the inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Rhys Hoskins.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
The wind of the pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The Padres up by a run here at the top of the second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here's the third baseman, Andrew Monasterio. Strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. 1-2 now. In the air, right field. Tatis after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Jose Azocar. Hit hard, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion. Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Throw safe. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Runner at second, nobody out. On the ground to short. Sends it across the first. That's one out in the bottom of the second. So man aboard, one down, and it's Tatis at the plate. The pitch. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A massive home run, and they add on. It's 5-2.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Kicks and fires. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball, let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
On the ground. Fair ball. Here comes Cronenworth around third. He'll score. It's 6-2.
Comes through with the RBI. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Runner on at first with one gone. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. And a pitch. He swings and fouls one off. Machado at first, one gone. Not even close there. The count now 2-2.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Couple of singles back to back. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Kyle Higashioka now at the plate. A swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And another ball. Activity in the bullpen. Colin Ray getting ready to go. Miley getting cranked up as well. And a payoff pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Hard hit to third. Tags the runner for one. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning. New inning getting started. This is Bryce Terang. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. In the air right side, and it stays fair.
so the batting order turns over. Christian Yelich up now for the Brewers. Nobody out. Runner at first. Vasquez throws over,
safe.
and he's back in there. And a pitch. Hit on the ground, might be two. Takes it to the bag, that's one. And they turn the double play.
Well, the shortstop makes the decision, commits to it, touches second himself, and then a strong throw across the diamond to get that second out. Really nice job.
Next for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. The wind of the pitch. And
That's
another
ball
ball.
2-2 to count.
And that's in the dirt. And now it's 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Right side, Bogarts gets it to first, and that is that. One hit. Bottom of the inning, so digging in now for San Diego, Jurickson Profar. On the ground, right side. To first, leadoff hitter gone in the third. And now the DH, Matthew Batten. The wind of the pitch. And another ball. Out towards right center field. Bowers sizes this one up. They got it for out number 2.
The center fielder,
Two outs, base is empty. Jose Azocar, the next up for the Padres. Out there to center. That gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning going. Next for the Padres, Ha-Sung Kim. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw to second. He's safe.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a pitch. Now that's smacked to right center. That's a base hit. Coming home. One run across.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI.
The new pitcher in the game, Colin Ray.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would.
Inning over, and it could have been worse. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's 7-2. This is William Contreras up now for the Brewers. And he deals. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Then there's one down. And now the shortstop, Willie Adames. Now time is called here. Pitching coach on his way out to the mound. Curveball drops in there. Good job to fight that one off. The Padres leading by 5. Top half of inning number 4. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. The pitch. Down the line. And that's a foul ball. The shortstop takes the ball.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And another ball. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. One gone, runner at first. Digging in, Jake Bauers. Adames leads off first with 1 away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Inside, almost got him.
2-2 the count.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got it by him for the K. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. And the pitch.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Not close with that one. And the count is 2-2. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tatis after it. Nabs it. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Manny Machado up to the plate. And a 1-1. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Mitchell makes the play, and there's 1 away. Man at first at the plate, Kyle Higashioka. Ball to strike. In the air out towards right center. Bauers sizing this one up. And there are 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And a base hit right there. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now
everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So now a pinch hitter, Cal Mitchell, looking for a big hit with 2 out, runners at first and second.
Number 38, Cal Mitchell.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Padres leave a pair. Ready now for the 5th inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
And that's going to be ruled a swing. So up next, Andrew Monasterio. The 1-1. Foul ball there.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Goes down looking.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to
He takes it on his own, and Milwaukee is back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Wade Miley.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Foul ball.
Miley.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Two. And that one is lifted in the air. Frelick sizes this one up, and there's 2 away. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Hard ground ball, base knock. So digging in, Jake Cronenworth. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5.
Runner goes again. Pitch inside. Throw to third. Save.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up a run.
The pitch.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Back here with my pal Siggy, top 6. And now it's Christian Yelich. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Azokar tracks it down for the out. Next for the Brewers, Sal Frelick.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And that's outside. And a count 2-1. And a foul ball. The 2-2 on the way. Stays alive.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7. William Contreras up now for the Brewers. Now time called. Pitching coach coming out for a meeting as 2 relievers continue to throw in the bullpen. Righty to the plate. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And the right-hander deals. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw over to Cronenworth. And that is the 3rd out of the year. Back down for the bottom of the 6th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Jansen Junk. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Manny Machado. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Frelick has a beat on it. Balls it in, and there's 1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one pulled foul. 1-2. And another ball. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Bradley Blaylock preparing to come on if needed. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Gets to it on to first. Out on the drop. Third strike. 2 gone. Kyle Higashioka, the next up for the Padres. They say a win.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off, Owen Miller.
Well, with his speed, he can really make some things happen leading off.
Out of the bullpen for the Padres, number 52.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Righty delivers. Swings and misses, struck him out. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jackson Chourio. 1 out and the base is empty for him. Bounce to the left side. Kim. In there safely.
Look, he doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense as well. His wheels are truly a weapon out there.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Azokar hauls it in to end the inning. Staying in the game on defense, Owen Miller taking over as the new shortstop now following his pinch hit appearance. So digging in, Jurickson Profar. Here's a 1-1. Good eye right there.
You know, these Padres, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. It's been one good swing after another, and 7 of their hits have been on.
And there's a fly ball deep right field, and that one's gone. And they add a run. It's 8-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Cal Mitchell to the plate here. The 1-1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to Hoskins. And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Jose Azokar, the next up for the Padres. Here's a 1-1. Hit on the ground to the right side. Turang over to first in time. Got him. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Stepping in for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. And he swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That missed inside. And it's 2-2. Wouldn't chase that time. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Tatis waits. Swung on, belted. Chourio going back. Hauls it in on the warning track. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now 8-2. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Andrew Monasterio. In the air, right field. Tatis after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Bryce Turang up now for the Brewers. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside,
Just missed.
It's a good take.
Just misses with that one.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. that one down the line. He handles it himself. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. Pinch hitter coming on, Joseph Ortiz. Looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. New pitcher now, Logan Gillespie.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And it's a back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Trevor McGill.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Fraley brings it in with a nice running grab. Here's Manny Machado now.
Machado.
On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. The line to kick the pitch. That one just misses. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. J.B. Bukowskis getting loose out there. The 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. Mitchell reaching back towards the wall. On the warning track and hauls it in. Here's Xander Bogaerts.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot. Turned around and made a nice catch.
Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Bogaerts into second.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Sends it to first. That ends the inning. Welcome back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Number 21.
And they've got a lot of work to do, but it's going to have to start with him at the plate.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And another ball. That one the other way. Hauls it in for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Here comes a pitch.
Ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And down on strikes he goes. Now only 1 out remaining. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Eric Haas trying to get something going for him with 2 away.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand. And
on the ground to third, and this should do it. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Padres take this one in a blowout.
Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
8-2 the final here. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Chung.